I'm Humperdinck Jackman, CEO, ESG Pro, joined by Natasha Lee, our Managing Director. And we're here in this session to introduce B Corp. What is it? How does it benefit your business? And how do we go about ensuring that you are B Corp certified and that you achieve your certification first time? A unique attribute of ESG Pro is that we have never failed to secure a first-time pass for any client. B Corp, founded in the late 1990s, is the incarnation of ESG reporting specifically geared to address the needs and capabilities of small businesses, right down to a business of one person. Must be a business, must have been trading for a year, must be for profit. So I'm sorry, guys, but schools, charities, any other not-for-profit are excluded. You see, that's where the GRI rating comes into play. And as opposed to B Corp, which is business, very much business to consumer, on the other side, there's EcoVadis. And some businesses, like ESG Pro, we're B Corp certified, we're GRI certified, and we are EcoVadis Gold certified. So you can, and many businesses do, achieve multiple certifications across these ESG frameworks. Now, people, planet, and profit is all about, B Corp is all about setting your business on a solid path of growth. The process is challenging. It's certainly not some form of a tick box exercise. There is a rigorous audit at the end, performed by B Corp and their associate organization, B Lab. It is an independent audit. There's no cheating, and it's getting stricter and harder every year. But because it's such a quality mark, accepted and recognized on businesses, products, and packaging, this is a certification which consumers especially recognize. They want to do business with you. So our process is very personalized, how we go about it. And Natasha, if you would like to just introduce how our consultancy approach ensures that our clients secure a first-time pass, that would be very enlightening.
The thing with B Corp is that the framework is actually adapted for each business by the B Corp portal. So we can't very easily, before we start working, say, oh, it's going to take this many hours and you need these particular policies and this evidence crafted. But what we do is look at, once you apply to start and the framework is developed, we say, these are the points that you definitely will be able to score. These are the pieces of evidence that you'll need to be created. And then we help create those. So where a lot of businesses will lose their points is they tick the boxes saying, oh, yes, we've got our non-discrimination policy and we've got our statement on the website, but then they need to submit a training log, as an example, that every employee has been trained on it. And that's where they might not have that piece. So when they go through the accreditation audit, they lose out so many points that they'll end up not passing, even if maybe they applied with 90 points at the start. But where we come in is making sure that there is that audit in place on not just the points you're claiming, but on the evidence you're planning to submit.
That's very, very, very good points made. Another aspect about B Corp and securing your certification is the greatly emphasized reliance on your environmental performance. So make no mistake about it, your carbon reporting needs to be comprehensive. Just doing your scope 1 and 2 emissions alone, so many companies get this sort of report from their energy provider, it's not enough. You've got to be comprehensive about it. It's about transparency and full disclosure. And what other environmental actions your business is undertaking to protect the environment, but also then the people. Here's a common theme with ESG Pro. We always emphasize that ESG, make no mistake about it, B Corp is an ESG reporting framework. If a business is well run, that's the governance, then the people, its employees, its customers are happy. And happy, secure people are more likely to care about the environment. B Corp shapes every business. It strengthens the business. It removes risk. And one common denominator of B Corp is very much enhanced employee retention. This in itself makes B Corp self-funding. But the One of the key points, and I lecture on ESG at various universities, including UCL and Kingston University in the business schools. And one of the key themes I'm making when I deliver these lectures is that ESG is about enhancing a business's success. Consumers and other businesses will invariably pay a 4 to 9% premium for a business which they perceive as genuinely sustainable. So there's a good reason for starting your B Corp certification. So I've touched on the fact that we offer comprehensive carbon emissions reporting, and of course there's things like modern slavery certification, which are important too. Natasha, you touched on policies and how being able to evidence a policy is so important. Would you like to expand on that a little bit and how this also relates to how the business is run, the governance angle?
Absolutely. Within B Corp, it actually does require a lot of policies. There are policies for breastfeeding mothers through to your waste segregation. And B Corp, because it is so people planet focused, there will be policies, not just your environmental policy, but they'll ask for policies on biodiversity. They'll be asking for policies on your water management. And the commercial opportunities of completing B Corp is actually putting the lens on your governance and on how your business is being run, how your office is being run. And it does allow for your employees to become a part of that process as well. So good governance requires strong communication, not just to the public and your stakeholders, but to your internal teams. And I actually quite enjoy how businesses, when they start the B Corp journey, usually it is a collective effort across the entire business. Your employees are going to be enthusiastic to participate as well because it is something they recognize. You buy Harrogate water, there's a B Corp B on their label today. And it's something that no matter whether you're familiar with ESG, that logo means something, that badge means something, and it means something to your staff. So with policy creation, it isn't just a case of having a policy. It's about knowing that it's being audited annually and that you are doing training on those policies, but then take that governance a step deeper. It's knowing that you've got a team in-house that is responsible for looking at opportunities to improve the business, looking at one construction client, they collect their crisp packets and they donate them to a charity to turn them into safety blankets for the homeless.
And what I like about this, and I think this is where we should wrap up this introduction, is B Corp is such a powerful, recognized for ESG rating that it gives something your company, any organization, generally doesn't have. And that's something meaningful to talk about in terms of marketing. It's one thing to have product. You can have a great product, but you have to gain appeal. And your marketing message in a day where, in an era where Google ads are astronomically expensive, how do you attract new clients to your brand, to your business, whether you're selling to other businesses or to consumers? The sustainability message is what people are looking for. It's why it's the driving force as to how people choose a hotel. Is it sustainable? How do they look after their people? Should I spend my money there? Our society is very socially conscious these days. Open any newspaper, online or in print. The social consciousness is absolute. Appeal to the vast majority of potential buyers of your product and service by promoting the message of B Corp and watch your business grow.
And I would argue it's not just the consumers that care about B Corp, it's other businesses looking for new partners and suppliers. And it's within B Corp that you have vast networks, business networks, and in fact, even the B Hive, which is for B Corp certified businesses to connect with each other. So the opportunities to leverage your B Corp certification to grow your business is vast.
Well, we see this all the time. The number of businesses which come to ESG Pro because we are B Corp certified. And we also prioritize working, buying from, trading with B Corp certified businesses. So it's a very, very good point. There's a lot more we can explain about the topic. And just to wrap it up, the process can range from 2 days of consulting, a larger client, depending on the industry, can take 5 or even 10 days of consulting. But it's very modular, scalable, and it's affordable. And we look forward to working with you and explaining this in greater detail. Thank you for listening.